Ahead on Discover Wisconsin, I'm on a nostalgia trip, exploring more diners, drive-ins, and dairy bars. It's my first solo episode, and it's filled with all of the great tastes of the past, served up in the present.
Hello and welcome to Discover Wisconsin.
This is an anthem for those who look for more and never say they've seen it all. Windows down, let's take a ride. The good land's great tonight.
This episode of Discover Wisconsin, America's Dairyland, is brought to you by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. America's Dairyland is my land. The 50s and 60s are eras defined by fast food and fast cars. Drive-ins with car hops, diners with jukeboxes, and ice cream parlors with sweet treats like sundaes, cones, and floats. Over the years, these iconic hangouts have continued to offer a comfortable place to sit, gather with friends, and fill your stomach with comfort food.
Some of the most visceral memories you have are related to food because of the taste memories, but also the smell memories. Tell me that you can't remember what a hot fudge sundae smells like, or a chocolate malt. That smell of malted milk is just, it's heavenly.
Diners were places to go to meet up with friends and have a great homemade meal.
Things like hamburgers, things like pot roast, things like meatloaf, casseroles, things that sort of stick to your bones and taste good.
Drive-ins, on the other hand, were a place to see and be seen.
You think of the original rock and roll, and you think of somebody on roller skates coming out to your car to serve you.
Ice cream parlors were places to indulge in a sweet treat and socialize.
This is a fun atmosphere. It's a fun place to be. You came here for the ice cream, but you might linger because there's a jukebox. You might linger because you ran into your best friend whom you haven't seen for a while.
Whether it's comfort or nostalgia we seek, food is what brings back great memories.
I think people are nostalgic for that today because we don't have as many gathering places. People do a lot of socializing online. People don't always go places, but when you come back here, it harkens back to an earlier time.
And I'm excited to show you some of the exciting places I've found right here in Wisconsin. You know, one of the best things about traveling around the state is I got to try some of Wisconsin's tastiest foods. And I'm a huge nostalgia buff, so when I found out we were doing an episode called Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dairy Bars, I was all in. And it's my first solo show. First stop, a great diner. Walk into the Hubbard Avenue Diner right outside of Madison in Middleton, and it's a bit like walking into the past. And gosh golly, there's some fabulous food, especially their signature pies. No diner is complete without homemade pies. And Jason Harder, the resident pie guy, makes magic with cream and butter.
Let's do a little decoration all the way around. There we go, creme brulee pie.
One of the best things about the Hubbard Avenue Diner is their pies. They're known far and wide for them. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but they should be. So check out this creme
Is that you?
Hey, Jay.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. What are you doing here?
I'm doing my first solo show.
Solo show.
Yeah,
Moving
so-
up in the world. Cool,
Yeah.
man. Hey, I come here all the time. I love the pie.
That looks great. I'm looking forward to diving into this
You're all
thing.
set. You got milkshake. Hey, I'll
Malt,
let you
I'm
be.
looking forward to it. Okay,
All
great.
right, see ya.
Good to see you, Jay.
Take care. Good to see you.
Okay. Yeah, that was weird. So, creme brulee pie, I'm into it. By myself. You'll be on cloud 9 when you see the pie case, and you'll definitely want to try a slice, especially since each one is made with care and the best local ingredients available.
I don't think you can have a bakery without dairy. It's pretty tough to do a lot of our pies without having some butter or cream cheese. But then just in the diner part for the food, to have all the cheese. You know, everybody loves cheese, especially here in Wisconsin. I mean, you got to have cheese on everything.
That's right. This diner, while known for the pie, also has a full menu filled with classic diner fare.
You know, everybody comes together, has some fun, gets some good food, and ends on a sweet note with some pie.
So bebop on over to the Hubbard Avenue Diner and fill your belly with some pie, a delicious malt or shake, and some homemade food that evokes decades past. But stay tuned, because you're gonna flip out when you see what's coming up next. Fire up your engines, it'll be a blast. Glad you're back, because I'm checking out more diners, drive-ins, and dairy bars. On my quest for nostalgia, I heard about a place in the northwest part of the state that takes retro to a whole new level. The drive-in in Grantsburg isn't only about cheeseburgers, fries, and root beer floats. It's about bringing a bit of the past back to the present. One of the best things about the drive-in here in Grantsburg is that it's a drive-in and it's a diner. Today, I'm dining in. The atmosphere screams 50s rock and roll. Records dot the walls and take you back to poodle skirts and leather jackets.
That era is just timeless, and to try and recreate that here for us is just magical for us, and we love it. I like the 50s era, it's cool. I mean, you know, thinking about back in, like, Grease, you know, the guys with the greaser hair and the, you know, leather jackets.
Customers love it too. Open seasonally March through November, you can venture back to the days of slick back hair, ponytails, and doo-wop music, all while chowing down on classic foods.
You know, the old-fashioned root beer, burgers, malts, and it's just hearing a lot of our older customers talk about, well, this is what it was like, you know, when I was younger, and even some, you know, say that this is where they met their wife or they met their husband. So it's kind of cool to see all that stuff.
All right, time to sit down to some great American diner food. Got my root beer float, got my burger with sourdough bread.
Hey, Eric, how's it going?
Abby, hi.
Hey, oh, these look good.
Oh yeah, they're cheese curds.
Yeah.
I'm here doing my first solo show on diners and drive-ins and such.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, sorry about that, I'll let you go.
Hey, Ryder. Yeah, good to see you. That was weird. All right, time for curds, time for root beer float. Fantastic. While the drive-in is committed to keeping its restaurant theme draped in 50s and 60s nostalgia, they have a modern take on where their food comes from, sourcing local meats, cheese, and other dairy products.
So it makes your food taste that much better, or our burgers, or our cheese curds, or even our malts and stuff like that. It just, knowing that it's locally sourced also is a big thing too.
So if you're big on bebop and flippin' great food, you may just want to plan a stop at the drive-in. Plan your own trip down memory lane by visiting discoverwisconsin.com and downloading an itinerary of all the places we visit. Coming up. Now my next stop is a drive-in. It's actually a boat-in, then a drive-in. You'll see why next. Welcome back to more diners, drive-ins, and dairy bars. As I mentioned, the next stop is so far away, you need a ferry to get to it. The Albatross on Washington Island is truly a remote but worthy destination. So I was lucky enough to sneak up here. This is Ken, the captain. Now, Ken, you've been to the Albatross
I have.
a few times, right?
Yes.
What do you recommend?
Well, I like the Aldi burger. It's got bacon and cheese on it, and it's pretty good. It's pretty tasty, I have to say.
Can we thrust this a little faster to get to the island quicker?
No.
Please?
No.
I'm getting hungry.
You have to wait. It'll taste better when you get there if you have to wait.
All right, I'll go with the anticipation. That'll
There you
be
go.
fine. An institution since 1977, this little venue and its owners boast that they're not fast food, they're good food. So you'll have to wait for them to make it with tender, loving care.
We make the best.
I'm about to find out. Now, I understand you use a lot of Wisconsin cheeses on the burgers and curds. You have fried curds, right?
All Wisconsin cheese. We're here in Wisconsin. This is the dairy state. We have fried cheese curds that people from anywhere, especially Illinois, can't get enough of. All of our shakes use premium toppings. We have beautiful gourmet preserves that go in all of our fruit ones. Fresh frozen strawberries, fresh bananas, everything else is top of the line.
And the ice cream comes from?
Wisconsin.
Of course. During the season, the place is always hopping with people ordering shakes, malts, and cheeseburgers that you can eat under the shaded dining area or at picnic tables. So I'm halfway through this Albie burger and it's fantastic. Wisconsin Swiss and bacon on the burger, Wisconsin cheddar curds. I am one happy boy right now.
Ranger, what are you doing here?
Hey, Mariah, what are you doing here?
On vacation.
Really?
Are you working?
Well, yeah, I'm doing my show.
Can I have one of these cheese curds?
Sure, sure.
Oh, good. You really destroyed that burger.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep destroying it by myself. Weird how my co-host keeps showing up, but no bother. I'll finish my food and head to our next destination on the mainland down in Cedarburg. Next up, Wayne's Drive-In. See, now at Wayne's, they have everything. Burgers, custard, car hops, hula hoops, and calves. Yeah, you can go out back and pet them, right? Oh, it's mealtime for her now, too. Every Thursday night in the summer, Wayne's is transformed into a hot rod haven where classic cars and classic food are served in style.
They love comfort food. They love, you know, old-fashioned, in our case, burgers and fries and malts and shakes, and, you know, taking the family out for ice cream. It's just fun. It's not just going out to eat it. We try to make it a fun day.
Fun is right. There are plenty of cars to feast your eyes on, a hula hoop contest, and even servers on skates. I don't know how I get mixed up into these things. All right, here we go. Hey. Whoa. How are you? Good, good, good. All right, so you had the soda. Let me give you that first. And then a sundae and 2 ice creams.
Perfect.
Anything else I can get you?
Nope, that'd be it.
All right, I'll be back for my tip. Oh, I get it now? Thank you very much. You enjoy. There's no doubt if you make a stop at Wayne's, you'll enjoy yourself too. Bring the family, grab a shake and a cheeseburger, and you'll be set for the evening. Watch a bonus clip of me trying to hula hoop by heading to discoverwisconsin.com and choosing destination America's Dairyland. Up next, Elvis has entered the building. Stay tuned to see what that's all about. We're back, scooping up some dairy goodness with more diners, drive-ins, and dairy bars. Ice cream is a treat that definitely takes one back to a sweeter time. Step into the Pearl Ice Cream Parlor and Confectionery in La Crosse, and you'll feel like you're stepping into the past, even though they've only been open for just over 20 years.
My parents actually started it back in the early 90s. It was something that La Crosse was kind of lacking, and they were looking for something that would kind of draw positive attention to the area, so something good for families to enjoy.
What's not to enjoy? The smells are free, and what your nose is treated to when you step inside is the heavenly scent of freshly made waffle cones. One of the great perks of doing your own show is that you can make the food that you eat and enjoy. I'm at the Pearl in La Crosse, and Rebecca here is going to help me make a waffle cone. They make their own waffle cones here. So what do we do?
So we start off with a scoop of batter.
Okay.
We do about half a scoop-ish,
Like
somewhere
that?
in there. Yeah.
Okay. You just lay it out like this?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Then flip that down. Then we get to wait a whole minute for it to bake.
Whole minute. All right. Simple enough so far.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Excellent.
All right, so, this comes off pretty easy.
Yeah.
Then right on here?
Yep.
All right, and then...
Wind it up. Wonderful. The end is nice and closed.
Oh yeah, that needs to be closed,
Yep.
doesn't it?
Yes.
You don't want ice cream leaking out of this end. While I wait for that to cool, I'm gonna help make some ice cream. So here they make all their ice creams in-house. Tara is a resident ice cream maker here, and Tara, we're making the snapping turtle ice cream, right?
Yep, that's
All right,
correct.
Show me how this is done.
All right, so we've got a layer of vanilla. We're gonna add pecans. Now the fudge. All right. It's caramel. All right.
All right.
Now you give it a try.
Oh, so you just layer it. You just put layer, like a couple-inch layer down?
Exactly.
Right, and then you just do it all over again? Lots of pecans.
That was a lot.
Oh, that was a lot, okay. And then just a drizzle, like a swirl of hot fudge?
Yeah.
And then a swirl of caramel? This is gonna be a really rich batch, by the way, so up.
All right, yep.
Now that the ice cream is made, it's time to put it in the cone. I made this thing, now I'm gonna fill it. And Kelsey here is going to help me. She's a master scooper, right?
Right.
Okay.
So first we're gonna grab our scoop, very important. And what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna go around the edges like this. You just kind of form it into a ball. And you want it to be kind of oblong so it'll fit into the cone. It's gonna look about like that. And you just scoop it right into the cone. Perfect.
It's ready for eating or toppings, right?
Right.
We get compliments all the time on the freshness of the ice cream, especially in the busier season like summer. There's a good chance any ice cream that you're eating was made within 48 hours, so it really does make a difference. That's kind of our slogan, is homemade makes the difference.
With several fresh-made flavors to choose from, you can make a weekly stop at the Pearl and try a different variety every time. So I'm on my way to Furch's Malt Shop in Greendale for some fresh-made frozen custard. Want nostalgia? This place has nostalgia. This hidden gem southwest of Milwaukee is one of the best places to visit if you want to make your own marble top creation. You'll find a jukebox and great food, and they even pay tribute to Elvis with a special sundae created in his honor. So one thing Furch's is famous for is this frozen marble top. You can feel it. You can feel the chill coming off right here. So I'm going to make a sundae with, of course, your help.
Okay.
So what are we going to make?
So what we're going to do is we're going to do an Elvis, what Elvis would like for a marble top. And Elvis's, what he loved was bananas, he loved peanut butter, and he loved bacon. So that's what we're going to use with a little caramel and
all that
cream.
together in a sundae.
Yes, with the marble top. Yep.
All right.
So what I want you to do is we just make a little slit. You're
Okay.
going to dash 3 of
So what
the
is
peanut,
this?
It's a peanut butter extract.
Dash,
1, 2,
dash.
Perfect.
Little extra. Okay,
All
there we
right.
go.
So what you want to do is you're going to take this paddle and you're going to keep it in a ball and start mixing.
Okay. I also added in Reese's peanut butter cups, some bananas, hot caramel sauce, and put it in a fluted glass dish, ready for its final flourish.
Now we have bacon bits because we know that Elvis loved bacon. So instead of pecans on top of the sundae, we're going to put little bacon bits on top.
That works perfectly for me.
And you got to top it off with the cherry. There we go, on top. Very good. And there you got your Elvis creation.
I'm looking forward to trying this. It's a sundae so good, Elvis made an appearance to help celebrate its magnificence. Elvis has entered the building. Best thing about making the Elvis Presley sundae is now I get to eat it. Bet you're jealous about what I'm getting to do on my show.
Wait, Eric?
Libby, hi.
Hi, what are you doing here?
I'm just finishing up my first solo show.
That's great. Fantastic. This is one of my favorite spots. I just came in for a shave today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, great. You mind if I do the show close real quick?
Oh, yeah, no, go right ahead.
Okay, great. So if you got a hankering for some great food and nostalgia, I hope that we've given you some food for thought. So, cheers. Where's my spoon? This episode of Discover Wisconsin, America's Dairyland, is brought to you by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. America's Dairyland is my land. Someday I'll get my own show.